The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, and peace and blessings to you. It's a great day. It's a blessed day. And if you don't know anything else on this day, know that you deserve to be blessed. Hey, good evening to you. It's a great day. It's a blessed day. It's a Monday. And if you don't know anything else on this Monday, know that you deserve to be blessed. Hey, everyone, I am Titan Capri here with the Titan Capri Experience, and it's Monday. And I want to say happy Pride. Happy Pride. Y'all like the red glasses? Happy Pride. Happy Pride. Hey, Barbara. Hey, good evening to you too as well, moms. Good everybody. So it is a wonderful Monday. I had a good weekend and I wanted to talk about pride. I wasn't able to talk about pride last Monday. Of course, we had a holiday and all that good stuff, and we had to vacation, even though it might have been a staycation. We had to vacation, but I wanted to talk about pride because it's Pride Month. The month of June is Pride Month, and I want today. So I'm not going to get into it just yet. But I do want to bring some things to light and also highlight some things about this month and why we celebrate Pride for the month of June. So let me just back up just a little bit, okay? So sometimes we think that something means one thing and then it possibly means another, okay? And so what I want to do is kind of take tonight and kind of, drop some nuggets, give some information, some knowledge and stuff like that, right? And I'm trying not to get into it before I get into it, but, I just want to say, that it is Pride Month and happy Pride, and Pride is whatever you feel that it needs to be for you and for those that you love and those that you support, okay? So I want to see, did you know? Did you know that June is Pride Month? Did you know that June is Pride Month? So, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of times what happens is that we say that we are pride, that this is pride, and we are prideful of this and that and so forth and so on. But did you know that June was Pride Month? Did you know why June was Pride Month? Right? That's the part. I was talking with someone and they said, well, no, I don't really know, Titan. What do you mean June is Pride Month? Like the whole month? And I was like, yes. So I want to do this. When I say, did you know that June was Pride Month? What I want to do is say that basically Pride Month is the month of June, okay? And the Pride Month occurs, of course, in the United States here, to commemorate the Stonewall, and they call them riots, but we say uprising, the Stonewall riots, they call them riots, but, to commemorate Stonewall, right, which occurred at the end of June in 1969. Now, as a result of many Pride events are held during the month to recognize the impact of the LGBTQIA plus community of the world. So here's the thing. what happened was that basically at Stonewall was raided, and there was an uprising, and they said that basically that the police was coming in and arresting and beating people and doing so many things, and they had enough of it. They had enough of this messing with us because of us being LGBTQIA plus, right? Now, probably at that time it wasn't LGBTQIA plus and things. However, that's what it is now. So if you hear me say that, I'm saying that because that's how we identify right now. However, Stonewall basically was a place, for you to go and to have fun and to live your life and be outspoken and be who you are, have pride, right? Have pride. And what was happening is that back then, remember, being gay was not only, as they stated, it was a sin, but it also was against the law. So what they would do is wait until everybody gathered up and raid the place and give these bogus charges and do all of this stuff so that they could stop this from happening, stop them for us meeting up. Well, Stonewall, and they say riots, I say uprising, basically birthed into LGBTQIA Pride Month, if you would. And so what happens now is every June we celebrate for the month of you being prideful of who you are and what you are, where you are along the spectrum, and how you feel that your pride should be identified, right? And so today I just wanted to take a moment because I was asked the question, why is June Pride Month? And so a lot of people don't know your history. It took me some time to understand what it was. I didn't know what it was, and I was asking questions just like everybody else in the beginning because I didn't know, right? Although I identify as a Black gay man, right? I didn't know. And so one person that we always go to that basically was a liberator in the moment is Marsha P Johnson, okay? And Marsha P Johnson was a gay liberation activist. I like that, gay liberation activist, right? But we're going to say LGBTQIA plus. It covered a whole spectrum, right? And then she was the advocate for gay rights, right? Now, back in the day, they would have called her a drag queen. I don't know what probably now they would call her a trans woman. I don't know for sure. But Marsha P was one of the founding members of, one of the prominent figures of the Stonewall uprising. I'm going to say uprising because they were trying to beat us down and keep us down. But anyways, so a lot of this we don't know. Little tidbits like that. Why is it in June? Because that's when the Stonewall uprising happened, right? And then who was some of the key? Marsha P Johnson was one of the key players that I'm not saying players like she's playing to me, that possibly would not have been what it was if it not for her. And then also let's not sugarcoat it. Now, she wasn't just somebody that was there for the uprising, the Stonewall uprising. She was also a mother of a house. She was also taking in individuals. She was also fighting for gay rights. She was also helping individuals out when their families kicked them out or did them wrong or ostracized them or put stigma on them for being who they were. She was someone that was a safe haven and would take people in all the time. So she was a mother, right, of what we call houses in this world. So now you think about it, you say, okay, well, then what's a house? And normally, just the same way, if you think about it, a mother and a father, right? But normally it would be trans women, it would be drag queens, it would be butch queens. It would be a number of people that would go. But for this particular moment, I'm speaking of our trans women, our drag queens, those that are mother of houses, things like that. And somebody said to me, well, don't you think drag queen is derogatory? No, I don't think it's derogatory because I'm not using it in a derogatory way. I'm trying to express to you like what's actually going on. All right. And so basically, I want to say this, that also Marsha P Johnson was a founding member of the Gay Liberation Front, right? And then she also was the co-founder of the Radical, and see people like, the activist group Street transvestite revolutionaries in its STAR. That's the acronym, right? And then also we remember Marsha P, and sometimes people say, "Oh well, she wasn't the one at the riots or the uprising." But what we're talking about is things that she did beyond that as well. That was something significant in history that we can never forget. However, what I'm speaking of is that she was taking people in, making sure gay rights, starting to do things because she saw that something was going on. Okay. She saw that something was going on. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, I looks like we're having a little bit of some stuff. So we're going to go to a commercial, right? And see what we can't do. No. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're working on subtleties here and we are good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll on in, right? We're going to roll on into the thought. We're going to roll on into the thought. Roll on into the thought. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. So here's something that I like to do, ladies and gentlemen. And y'all know I'm always trying to do something. And you may say, Titan, now really? And I may say, yes, really. Okay, so this is what I want to say to individuals. Sometimes we believe that Pride Month on you do, and this is what somebody said to me. So forgive me if it comes across a little brash, but this individual said that, how are you showing pride, right? How are you showing pride? You're not out there marching in the streets. You're not out there doing this and doing that. And I said, there are many ways to show pride. Now, the visible way is to be out there marching and doing whatever it is that you feel you need to do for pride. But this is what I want to say to you of pride for me, and I want to give it to you, and I want you to understand where I'm coming from, because this was a good conversation to have with individuals who don't normally celebrate pride, gay and straight, right? Who don't normally celebrate pride. So I wrote a little something. It's a feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction from one's own achievements or the achievement of those whom one is closely associated with, or from qualities or possessions that are widely admired. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me say that one more time so I want you to get it. It's a feeling of deep pleasure, right? I have the pleasure of being who I am. I have the pleasure of acknowledging that I am who I am, and that's all that I am going to be. A deep pleasure of satisfaction derived from one's own achievement. I achieved to the point that I'm able to stand in front of you and tell you that I'm a Black gay man who is HIV positive. I have achieved self-satisfaction. I've achieved to the point to where I don't have to hide behind anything. I'm prideful of who I am, right? I'm showing pride by telling you and letting you know who I am, right? So then the achievements of those with whom one is closely associated, right? You don't have to be gay in order to show your pride. You can help somebody, right? You can talk to somebody. You can uplift somebody. You can show your pride in that way. You can be an ally, right? And show your pride. You don't have to always, be doing all of this, because people will use that as an excuse to say, oh, well, that's what I'm not doing. I'm not really worried about that. Blah, 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 blah. So what's going on? So you don't have to do all of that. So I'm going to tell you like this. You want to show some pride? You know somebody close with, somebody that doesn't have a family, somebody that is not making it, somebody needs some knowledge, understanding, and care. Show your pride and help them out. Give them that shoulder to lean on. Give them that understanding. Show your pride. That's how you do that. You don't have to run up and down the street. This is what the person said to me. Oh, I don't want to run up and down the street and wave no flag. You don't have to. But we got to change that attitude, though. That's not the good attitude. But you don't have to run up and down the street and wave a flag. Show some grace. Show some understanding. Lend an ear. You understand what I'm saying? Do that and show your pride. You don't have to show it out there in the streets, but if you're showing it here at the house, at somebody, if you're showing it out, somebody in need and you're trying to help them, you're showing somebody that you have identified with them, what's going on and how you can help. That's how you show your pride. There are many ways to show pride. You not wanting to be out in the public's eye stop you from showing pride to somebody. You from doing that. And then it says here, from qualities or possessions that are widely admired. And I'm going to say that those qualities are that you are able to stand in your truth. Those possessions are pride. Those possessions are love. Those possessions are understanding. Those possessions are caring. What you do. You see how I broke that definition down? That's what I'm saying. A lot of times people want to tell me to be at pride or I can't show pride. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Be there. Stand up. Be outspoken. Or be a listening ear. Be quiet and have some understanding. You just showed me pride. Now, some people may argue with that. Some people may differ from that. Some people may say, well, Titan, I don't think that that's the way it goes. I do believe that that's it. I believe that you can show pride to all of my LGBTQIA plus individuals. You don't have to pick a side or choose one. You show your pride in the way that you're able to show your pride. Some people might not be able to be vocal like that, but I can listen. Some people might not be able to stand up. I can help you over here. Some people may not be able to be out loud and outspoken and loud, but they could be a silent partner. You feel what I'm saying? And ladies and gentlemen, please don't take this the wrong way when I'm saying it. From that, but if they don't want that, at least they are here trying to help. So I had somebody tell me, why would I be going to pride? I'm heterosexual. I ain't down with that stuff. See, that's the problem. You know somebody. And if you don't know somebody, you know somebody that knows somebody. You stand back and you say, oh, that's bad. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, that's not right. But then what happened? Could you show pride? How are you showing your pride? Are you showing up? Right? Yesterday, I went to a long-term survivor awareness day brunch. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know that I'm a long-term survivor, and that's what they call it, but I'm 17 years HIV positive. So I'm considered long-term surviving, right? And I thought about how everyone spoke about pride and how prideful they were and how honored they were that people thought of them as something other than what we thought of ourselves once we were diagnosed. Some of us are just glad to be alive. Some of us are glad to be walking. Some of us are glad, we have pride that we are who we are. But this is what I want to say. Sometimes you have to understand how you show your pride. People spoke yesterday about not being out there on the forefront, but being back in the trenches and helping people. Being there to be that hand, being the only family member, even though they wasn't blood, being the only family member that person had. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes we put pride into a category where it doesn't need to be. You come right here and show your pride. You stood next to this person when they had nobody. You stood next to this person because you knew where they had been, right? And you know it's possible for them to come out of this. But them not knowing anything about how possible it is, they didn't know who you were, or what was going on, or what was going to happen. But then here you come, showing your pride. Because you were proud of yourself, that you had made it. And so what did you do? You said, okay, well, let me look back and see who else, right? That I can be proud with, or prideful with, or show pride to, and help them out. Because somebody helped me out. Ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot, and people say, oh, well, it's against the Bible to be prideful. I'm not saying anything about being prideful like that. What I'm saying is I'm proud I'm proud of where I come from. I'm proud of what I've been able to do. I'm proud that when I deaf that I didn't die. I'm proud that I was able to turn that around, and I'm proud that I'm still here 17 years. I can have pride. I can have pride. But that doesn't mean that I got to stop there. If I don't want to be out there in the parade, I don't have to be in the parade. But let me show pride to others that they can make it. Let me show pride and show others that they can have 4 T cells and still be here 17 years later. Let me show others that you can be in a hospital and have a bag on your side and a central in your chest, and you can still be here 17 years later. Let me show others that you can contract HIV and then from rape and then still be here 17 years later. Being prideful of where you're at, knowing where you done came from. Knowing where you done came from. Show your pride. Don't give no excuses on how you show your pride. If you show your pride as a silent partner, you're over here helping, but you're not vocal about it, then that's your pride. You do that. And then shame on us for shaming others being vocal, out loud, and proud. It's not for everybody. It is not for everybody. So my thing is, we got to stop doing that because it makes people not want to be prideful or share in pride or show pride with us because we're over here shunning them because they're not out loud and proud. It's not for everybody. Everybody has their moment and their time. But ladies and gentlemen, I chose to show who I was and how I was in every aspect. The killer part about all of that is that somebody said to me, well, Titan, that works for you, but that don't work for everybody. It's not supposed to, right? It's not supposed to. Pride Month is for you to have pride about who you are and where you are in this LGBTQIA community. Right? In this place, in this world where so many people are hateful and angry and mean and nasty about you just living your life and being you. We want to show pride because we are prideful of who we are. We want to show pride because I'm glad that I am who I am. And that's all I can be. But for so many years, it was shame and stigma and hurt and pain surrounding me just being Titan, period. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, my LGBTQIA plus community, tonight, I want you to understand that your pride is your pride. However it fits, however it feels, however you see it, that's your pride. But if we, as in our friends and our family members and everybody to understand what our pride is, I can't be so prideful that I can't tell you what pride is. Right? I can't be so prideful that I cannot explain to you why pride is June. I can't be so prideful to not tell you who Marsha P Johnson is. I can't. Those are the things that I'm saying. So these individuals, so it was 4 of us in this room together. And the individual said, well, what is pride? Moment. I could have said, Google it. But in that moment, that was a moment for me to show my pride, to show that I'm happy, to show that I feel good about who I am and what I am and where I'm at. So let me talk to you. Let me drop some nuggets because that's what I do. However, I want you to understand that you don't have to ever feel like you got to stand and gawk or look or not even look my way because you don't want to upset me or get me angry. No, you come at me and ask me a question and I'm going to give you an answer. That's just the way it is. That's my pride. There was a time that I wasn't prideful. There was a time that I couldn't show you pride. There was a time that I stood in the back of the room and Titan wouldn't say nothing. I'm not finna ruffle no feathers. I'm not finna act no fool. I ain't finna do none of that because why? But now, now, oh, you can't tell me nothing. Literally, You can't tell me nothing. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. I'm going to tell you how it's going. I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm going to tell you where I'm at. Because look, ladies and gentlemen, I have earned the right to have pride. I have earned the right to stand in who I am. I have earned the right to be Titan day in and day out and not who I am. I've earned that. And so I should be proud of that. I'm going to be proud of that. And sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes, right, I'm going to have to answer where I show my pride. And that's what I did this weekend. And I'm thankful for that person. I'm receiving what I had to say and then understanding. And then I'm thankful that they said that they were going to talk to their friend who's LGBTQIA because they're going through some things. And then they're going to go ahead and give them my information because I work for AIDS Foundation Houston. They're going to go ahead and get so that they can get some help and get some things going. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we can't sit here and think about what's going to happen after we give the resources or the information. The only thing that we can do is be proud that the person will receive whatever it is that we're giving. Pride by helping, being that silent partner, doing whatever it is they feel they need to do. Y'all with me? Whew. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Look, it's one of those things to where I didn't want anything to do with Pride Month because I thought it's something else other than that, right? And I wanted to make sure that I did not change up or do anything like that, okay? But you show your pride, ladies and gentlemen. So look, let's go ahead on and you know what? I think it's time to pay some bills. I think it's time to pay some bills. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and go to a commercial, but we'll be right back. Y'all stay right there because we're still talking about pride. I want you to show your pride. Y'all come on back now. You hear? Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Kwame, roll that beautiful bean footage. So look, I love y'all asking me questions. I love for y'all to let me know what's going on. I love all of that. Y'all make sure y'all keep it coming. Y'all keep it coming. Somebody sent a text message to me and said, all of this time, I wondered, and this is weird, right? And this is nothing against the person. This is nothing against the person. But they sent me a text message and said, all this time, they wondered why June was Pride Month. And so it's really crazy because in this world of 2022, right, with everything at our fingertips, we couldn't Google that. Nothing against you. Nothing against you. I'm just saying, we couldn't have Googled that. But see, things like that, it keeps you from wanting to know what's going on. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for letting me know. I'm so glad that we were able to do that for you and give you a little bit of that. But ladies and gentlemen, that's what pride is. That's what pride is. Do I feel any kind of way with this person? No, I don't. Thank you for letting me know. We can have a conversation later if you want to have one. But I think that's what pride is. We got to stop boxing pride in, saying, oh, it's just for you to be, a glorified day for the LGBTQIA or a month. But no, that's not it. That's not it. We got to stop doing this to ourselves and to other individuals that want to be there for us. How else are they going to learn? How else are people going to know? How a closed mouth don't get fed, period. So I want to be that person. I always want to make sure that I'm right and I'm doing what needs to be done. And so I just always want to make sure that we know that. Okay? That we know that. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead on and let that be. Also, too. Oh, wait, before we move on, I want to say this: that LGBTQIA Pride or Gay Pride or Pride Month is also to increase the visibility, right, of the LGBTQIA community. Some people said, "Oh, somebody said on a post last week." Where I was in the comments, and somebody said, "Oh, this is just for them to go out there and put dresses on and do this and do that." That's not what it is. Now, if you want to put a dress on and do that's your business. And I don't understand why people always want to talk under your clothes or what you got going on and stuff like that. That irks me. But what gets me is instead of the person seeing that it's pride to increase the visibility and to be proud of who you are and where you are in the community and how the community has come forward since the Stonewall uprising, you went straight to that. You know what I mean? And this society, I was watching something. Oh, I got two ideas in the same piece right here. But hold on. So there's this video on TikTok where there's this lady or something. Maybe it was just regular church. I don't know. And she's saying that to the young ladies that they need to stop, right? They need to stop because you know that young man is gay. And you know that young man don't want you. And you should have heard the people in the congregation going, yeah, tell them, yes. Oh, God. And I'm saying, yeah, y'all don't get it. You don't get it. If the young man, and I'm just going to do a hypothesis here, right? Allegedly, because I don't even know who the young man is or the young girl, but it seemed like something that she had been through herself, right? And here's my thing. If society was not so ashamed of who we are and what we are and how we maneuver through this world, there would be no reason for that young man not to be able to be truthful with the young woman, or there would be no reason for the young woman to truly understand where she stands in this relationship or what's going on. You can't always sit here and blame it on somebody saying, oh, that they're not being truthful. They lying to you. Has society made it easy for us to tell the truth? Has society made it easy for me to walk in the skin that I was born in? Has society made it easy for me to be who I am? No. I didn't have to fight, scrape, do a whole lot of things in order to make it in this world. I had to be silent. I had to be clank, locked in a box so that I didn't alert nobody else or didn't do anything. Now, I'm not saying that the person could have been lying to her or whatever have you, but you have to understand where it comes from. Society has made it so that we cannot be ourselves. We cannot be truthful. So you want to blame the down low on the down low, but the down low didn't invent the down low. And I hate that time of the down low. You're not down. So you're not telling somebody, because in society, you can get beat, robbed, you can get killed, you can get lynched, you can get all of these things done to you, but y'all want us to be truthful. And I'm going to say us tonight, because here's something. I had girlfriends, and when I told my girlfriends, I said, look, I can't do this no more. You understand what I'm saying? But I had to be a man. right? I couldn't be a soft man. I had to be a man. That means I had to whoop and beat and treat women like crap, a man. Then, although I was taking care of my home, I was doing everything I needed to do. I was going to work every day, making a living. I was doing what I needed to do to be this man that I so wanted to be, because that's what had been beat into my head that I needed to be. And then even my family wanted me to be that man. And I'm still a man. I'm just not that man. You feel what I'm saying? So today, when I sit here and I talk about pride, I'm prideful and I'm proud of where I am. I'm still a man. I'm still gonna go toe to toe with you. I'm still gonna handle my business. But it's wrong for us to get to where we cannot handle our business. We cannot be who we are because we're afraid that you are going to leave us, kick us out, ostracize us, beat, kill, do all these type of things to us because we are who we are. Sad. Society will accept the murderer. Society will accept the adulterer. Society will accept the molester. Society will accept everything under the sun except for you being gay or LGBT plus. There's always a reason. And that's the part that's the part. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I want to be proud and be proud with all my brothers and sisters, all my LGBTQIA plus, right? I want to be proud. I want to be proud of him and her and them and they. But sometimes it's hard for us to be prideful or be proud when society tells us that we are less than, that we're nasty, that we're vile, they treat us like lepers and all of that. And then 9 times out of 10, you something that's going on, and we're not going to get into that. I'm going to keep it pride. So when we want to celebrate, when we want to put on dresses, when we want to put on makeup, when we want to dress how we want to dress, we want to look how we want to look and feel how we want to feel and look, it's pride for us. You don't have to have anything to do with that, but it's nothing against you. This is for us. This is for me. This is for all of those people that don't have a voice. So yes, we're going to invisibility. Yes, you're going to see us. But what's wrong with us being that society has to have somebody standing in a pulpit telling a young lady to stop it because you know that man is gay? I watched that clip and I felt bad, not only for whoever it was she was speaking of, because I think it was a lived experience. If it wasn't a lived experience, it was something that one young lady brought to her. I felt sorry for her and whoever the young lady was and the young man, right? But I also felt bad for the church. I felt bad for the church because we're still perpetuating the same things that was put on us as Black folks, as people of color, right? Put on us in slavery, put on us throughout the years, Jim Crow, all of these things, put on us, our last president we had, put on us that we had all of these things. And sometimes what we don't do, we don't look at the proof. We want to give you what we want to give you, but that's the proof. They treated you the same way you treating us. I'm your own people. I did a thing called Black, Gay, and Positive. I talked about being Black and how my Blackness really didn't mean anything until I went to a predominantly white school. Then my Blackness was something that was a sore thumb. It was out there, right? And then I started to see the ugly side of people and how they treated me and I was like, wait, what's going on? Then, not to mention that I'm gay. So then even my Black community, even the culture didn't want to deal with me. They had to push me to the side because I was different. But you want us to be truthful and honest and tell you everything that's going on but you have made it so that we can't do that for our own protection, for our own lives, for our own breath that we breathe. You have made it that way that we can't do that. So that comes around when Black Pride comes around, when Pride Month comes around, when we have awareness days, like yesterday was long-term HIV long-term survivor day. Like, we have these things because we want to be proud of what we've accomplished and where we've been, not to mention where we at, and not to mention where we're going. Whew. There's a leak in this old building, and my soul, whew, better be proud, okay? Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna roll on into you better, you better. Look, y'all, I love doing the show, and I love how technology has made it so that you can be live and protect you and shoot you little stuff like that. And then it's so funny because they're not on my live right now, but they're in my inbox and all my messages talking about, hey man, you know, come on over here, y'all. Come on over here. Over here. Talking about, hey man, I know you watching, you know, I got you. But anyways, you better, right? So I did this segment called You Better because it's all about that. I want to say to all of the people around the world that are showing their pride, you better, that are out there doing what they're doing, you better, that are out there wearing your dresses and your wigs and your makeup, you better are out there showing them what it is to be a happy pride, what it is to be proud that you are who you are and where you are. I want to say you better to those that are standing there and teaching and acknowledging and making sure that you know what pride is. I want to say you better to anybody that has been proud of where you're at and where you're going and what you're doing, especially my LGBTQIA plus individuals. I want you to be proud. I want you to know you better do it today, tomorrow, the next day after that. And you better be proud of the man standing next to the man, the woman standing next to the woman. You better be proud of our gender non-conforming. You better be proud of our of everybody in the spectrum. You just better be proud. You better do it. You better do it. And lastly, I want to say this, because yesterday I did the long-term survivor day event. I want to say you better to Kevin Anderson and the Truth Project, and to all of my giants that came yesterday. I want to say thank you for being that. I want to say thank you for this. I want to say thank you. I want to say you better be still here. I want to say thank you, proud of you for sharing your stories and being there and letting somebody in another generation know what you have done. And even though you think it's nothing, you were there when the people were dying. You were there when the AZT was eating them from the inside out. You was there when they didn't have anybody. You was there when didn't have any, the family had shunned him, and you were the only person that sat with him, that made sure that he was good, even going through your own crap. I want to say thank you. I want to say you better. I want to say you better do it and continue to be who you are, and let us lift you up and exalt you in a way that is prideful, or that you have proud, that I'm proud that you have done what you've done. Yesterday, there was hundreds of years cumulative of people that were HIV positive. Some people were 32 years. Some people were 30 years. There was 28 and 26, and there was 15, and I'm 17, and there was 5, and things like that. And what you don't realize is that as you are looking individuals and seeing these individuals, you are saying, oh snap, let me give you your flowers while you're here. You better. I made sure that I went to everybody and spoke and thanked them for coming, thanked them for sharing, thanked them for being here. People like that, that you don't hear about, that you don't see, that makes it happen. Yes, we got those that are in the limelight, those that are celebrities, those that are doing it, and we're not going to knock that. We also have those hometown heroes that are sitting by your bedside, that are there when your family don't want you, that are there when you have checked out on yourself. They are still there for you, and they are going through the same crap and the same stuff that you're going through. But they there. Yesterday, they showed me. They showed me. You can be proud of who you are. And it doesn't matter when that you're proud. And yesterday, they were proud that people noticed them without them even knowing that they had been noticed. They were proud that people were saying, thank you for being that light in the dark tunnel. Thank you for being that person that stood there. You didn't even what you was coming to get yesterday. You better. Ladies and gentlemen, I keep saying ladies and gentlemen, I try to be so technical. Let me look, y'all. It's Pride Month, but I want you to be proud every day of the year that you've done it. You've overcame. You climbed that mountain. You said that you will know the shadows. And I'm not knocking those in the shadows, but I'm talking to those that have come out of the darkness and said, look, I'm going to make myself shine. I'm going to do what I need to do so that I can be here. I want to say thank you. I want to say you better. You better. If nobody ever tell you that you did it, you better. Anybody ever said that you better. If it love you better. Look. Yesterday, I touched and agreed with some spirits and some energies, and it was a wonderful thing. And then they turned to me and said that I was a giant, or they said that I had led them, or I had showed them what it looks like, or I was an example of what having 4 T cells look like, and I'm still here. I cried yesterday because even though you do the work, even though you are always there, sometimes people don't know that this is what I've built. This is what I've built. But this is what's behind all of that. The tears, the anger, the fighting with myself, did not understand that praying for death when I only had 14. That's behind all of that. I put this on because this is palatable. This is easy for you to take in. This is easy for you to understand. I can't be around you. I can't show that. And I was telling somebody, I said I was aching. I had a bag on my side. I didn't know if I was going to live. I was ashy. My bones were aching. I was having seizures. It was like all of these things happening. But I'm here. 17 years later, I'm here. Sometimes you don't understand what the blessing is. But do understand that in order for you to be who you are, that back there, that got you to here, it was needed. And the acknowledgement of it makes you sad. It makes you want to cry. But the acknowledgement of it is letting you know that you are where you're supposed to be. Where you're supposed to be. And what you're supposed to be doing. Right? Whew. You better. You better. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all make sure that you check my social media. I'm going to post the piece that I did. I did a piece yesterday, and it's basically saying that we're alive, right? But we got to thrive. We're living. But your living is nothing if you're not thriving. You understand what I'm saying? So you better. Y'all take that. You better. You better. Let's get on into this final thought. I mean, it's closer. Let's Let's get into this final thought. Ooh. And I think I already did the final thought. But I just want to say thank you all. Thank you. Your pride has been shown for me. Thank you all for that. And you're probably saying, Titan, what do you mean? You didn't have to come here. You didn't have to listen. You didn't have to support. You didn't have to share. You didn't have to subscribe. You didn't have to do any of that. But you did. And so I want to say thank you to you. I want to say that I am blessed, but I am proud to call family, gang, village, tribe. I want to let you know that what you're doing is minuscule, it's minor, it's minute. It makes a difference. Makes a difference for me. Other people, it makes a difference because here's the thing. We all know what happens. What you can do is ahead and you can lend something to someone, right? A smile, a good day, a good word. And then that will go on to lend it to somebody else. And then to somebody else and to somebody else. And you all have done that. I always say this, ladies and gentlemen. There I go again with the ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, y'all. It's kind of hard to knock it out of my head, but y'all know what I mean. Family. I'm going to say family. I always say that I hope and I pray that I have been a blessing unto you because you all have been a blessing unto me. And you may not know it, right? You may not show it in a way that people receive it, but that you were there and I remember. And I want to say thank you for that. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Look, family, Pride Month. P to the R to the I-D-E. It's Pride Month. What I want you to do is show your pride. Show your pride to yourself, but show your pride to your family, friends, and to every other LGBTQIA member of the community. Let your pride go. Shake it off and let it be out there. But here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to hide your pride. I don't want you to take your pride and sit it on a shelf and only dust it off once a year. I want you to have that pride every day of the year. Now, remember, the pride doesn't have to look like my pride, but you have pride. You with me? It don't have to look like my pride, but you have. So I want you to take that in. I want you to take a moment. And you know what, y'all? It's Pride Month, and I'm proud, and this is what I do. So I think I want to groove. 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 I think I want to sit it da 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 da. Sit it da 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 da. The P to the R to the I-D-E. Sit it da 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 da. Pride, pride. Sit it da 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 da. Soon da da do do 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 da do P-R-I-D-E. Do 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 do. Y'all, you know what? Stop it. Pride. I thank y'all for letting me groove. Look, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know y'all the best. Y'all know y'all the best. Y'all know. Look, y'all come on back next week because you know I got a little something for you. But this is what I want to say to you. Happy Pride. I'm proud. You be proud. And let's all have pride. Peace and blessings until next time. See ya.